Okay.
The 12th of January, Rabbi Levitt, Nefesh Hahaim.
Okay, so this is what's coming out over here from this Perek Gimel. In a nutshell, after having told us that Hashem is so way and above and beyond in his perfection and in his essence, much more than we can ever imagine or fathom or understand, but our whole connection to him in terms of our connection is based upon understanding and ability to relate to is the way that he has chosen to create all the olamot and create the Jewish people. And in fact, this is the whole connection that we have to Hashem, that the whole creation is for the sake of the existence of the Jewish people. That's what he says in the notes. This is the first pasuk in the Torah. Bereshis bara Elokim es hashamayim es haaretz. And the Chazal darshan on the word Bereshis. Bereshis means bishvil the Reshis, and the Reshis is Yisrael. That was Hashem's original and main objective in the creation, so that there would be a place for Klal Yisrael. Okay, so now a round of applause for Perek Bet Gimel. Hooray! Hey, we're going to try to continue with Perek Daled. So we're up to the beginning of chapter 4. Shar Base.
Okay. And Rabbi, and the reason that every blessing includes the two features, is that it? Can you hear me?
Yeah. The reason that the blessings include the two elements mentioned above. You got that? That is both hidden and revealed. No, that's yeah.
Oh yeah, I think he's reading from the beginning of Perek Dalet. Two features, yes. Betamo shel davar shenechlal b'kol bracha shtei bechinos. And the reason for the matter that every blessing contains two aspects to it. Okay, you can start from there, Alan.
Can you write on your mail? I would suggest you
Alan, are you talking? Or, do you know where we are? You just read it.
What the story is, it's just like let's say you want to tell them.
Alan?
Yeah, I'm here. I got it.
Go on.
We're
Can
waiting
you
for
hear
you
me?
to read, Alan.
What's that?
Your turn to read.
Okay. Gate 2, chapter 4.
Right.
That's right.
The reason every blessing includes the two features mentioned above is because the fundamental cornerstones of our holy faith is that the target of our hearts and mind intentions in all of the blessings, prayers and supplications exclusively and only the one of the universe Singular master, Ein Sof, blessed is he. However, it is not that we address him, so to speak, as his essence alone in the aspect that is completely removed and separated from the worlds, similar to the situation that existed prior to creation. For if it were so, how could we describe him? Heaven forbid. In all of our blessings and prayers with any name or appellation in the world at all. So what does this sentence mean?
Okay, so let's try to. Yeah, so this is one of these sentences that keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Right.
So it's hard enough to figure out what it means when you read the whole sentence, because you've basically forgotten what he's talked about in the first part of the sentence. But it's even harder to if you don't even read the whole sentence itself. So it's sort of a lose-lose situation over here. But we're going to try. What can we do? Yeah, what can we do? Tamashal Dover, Shenechla B'Kol Bracha, Shtei Bechinos Hanal. Okay, so he's telling us, number one, that he's that there's two different features, two different aspects in a bracha. The blessings that we say, there's two different features that we find, and we've mentioned this before. We mentioned before in the previous chapter that there is the aspect of Hashem that we say Baruch, you Hashem are Baruch, and we say Baruch Atah. And we're speaking to Hashem directly. That's Lashon Nochach, as though he's right in front of us. And we say that is because that aspect of Hashem being Baruch, that he gives Barucha to the world, that's his connection to the world. That's the only aspect of Hashem that we have any connection to whatsoever. Because the other aspects that the bracha says, it says, Asher Kedishanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu, that Hashem sanctifies us and he commands us in the certain mitzvah, which is the text of every Birkas HaMitzvah, a blessing that we make before we say before we do a mitzvah. So that is in third person, which is more distant and removed, and that belies the fact that that in terms of Hashem's essence, we don't have connection to that really. But so that's what he's referring to over here when he says the two features of the bracha hanal that we have mentioned above. Whenever you see those three letters, hey nun lamed hanisker la'el, that we mentioned above. So he continues, ki yesod pinas imosenu hakdosha shekol magamat kavonos libenu b'kol habrachos v'atfilos v'abakoshos. The foundationary belief that we have in our objective, in our intention, when we direct our hearts in all the brachas and the tefillas that we make, ach v'rak liyichido shel olam adon yochid ein sof baruch hu. Okay, I believe that what he's referring to over here is the he's referring to the fact that Hashem is that's the part of Hashem which is beyond our conception, beyond having beyond our conception. Amnam lo sha'anu midabrim elo. When we make a bracha to Hashem, not that really that we're talking to him, as it were, al atzmuso yisbarach, on his on the see this is a different this is we're not speaking to him in addressing him as in his essential existence, levad, alone, bebechinas heyuso mufsh. Lo anu o lo shanu medabrim elov kaviyokol alatz muso yisborach levad bebechinas heyuso mufshat mufrash kaviyokol legamre meolamos ba 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 imkein eich nitaru chas v'sholom kol birkosenu tefilosenu b'shum shem ukinui oilam klal. We're not addressing Hashem, who is Hashem, the essential Hashem that in his essence that we have no conception of, because if so, we wouldn't be able to use any name to describe him whatsoever. V'gam de'im loy mitzad. This is all one sentence. V'gam de'im lo mitzad sheharenu yisborach shiritzono lihischaber leholamos ulamlocha al biryan kafum uvdehoin. Then he trails into Aramaic. Loi hayinu rishoim klal lihispalel latzmoso yisborach. This could be a bit disheartening. And furthermore, he says, other than the fact that he has instructed us that his desire is to connect himself to the worlds and to be the king over the creations according to their service of him. Lo ayinu rishoim klal lispalo latzmuso. We would not even have the permission at all to say a tefillah to this essential, the essence, the atzmuso of Hashem. May he be blessed. She is chaber leholamos ulashkacha al biryan. Other than the fact that we know that this is Hashem's desire to connect to the worlds, we wouldn't be able to even say a prayer to his essence to say, but Hashem, connect yourself to the world. Ulechein makdimim anachnu loimar ata Hashem melech ha'olam. And therefore, that's why we say, before we say anything else, we say, you, Hashem, are the Melech of the world. Perush. What is this? What is the intention over here? In view of the fact that it is your Ratzon, it was your Ratzon, and it continues to be so, that you bring into being all of the olamot that there are, all the way down to our world, ulehischaber aleihem, amlacha aleihem, and to connect your perfect and infinite self to the and be the melech over them, the provider, the protector, the sustainer, as a flesh and blood king, does with his subjects. Lazos bakasha seinu, she is borech, makor harotzon lamlocha, kain la'alamin. And so, and to that end, we are making a bakasha, a request that she's borech makor harotzon. That basically we're making a request that you be our melech and continue to provide more and more and protect more and more and to sustain more and more. I think that's the end of that sentence. Okay. All right. So, okay. So we're up to the words "begam shelafi bechinas." So let's have somebody read. Roy, you want to continue reading? You didn't. Did you read some? Oh yeah, you already read.
Yeah, I read something, I think, yeah.
So we'll go to and Alan also read. So we'll go to Lou now. Begam shelafi bechinas atzmuso yisborach.
Okay, I see it. Additionally, relative to God's essence, Bilti his chabruso el haolamos. Without its connection to the worlds, ein makom l'Torah u'mitzvos klal. There's no place for the Torah and the commandments at all. What does that mean?
It is very, very difficult. The whole concept is a very difficult concept, and we're not familiar with this concept, with these things. What he's saying here,
Right? Without
our whole connection, our whole all we're told all the time is that how Hashem is connecting to us, and he's which is all true. But what the Nefesh Hahaim is saying over here is that there's a certain that really in Hashem's true essence, it's not really it's not even possible that there will that Hashem's essential essence could connect to these worlds that He's created, especially the physical world of our world, and if so, there's no possibility of commanding us in Torah and mitzvahs altogether. It just doesn't. The connection can't be made. There's just too wide a divide between us and Him. Okay.
Okay, so I guess I'll read on. Let's see. Va'al zeh ne'emar im chatatza ma tif'al bo v'gomre. And concerning this, it is said, if you sin, How can you affect him? I guess that means Hashem. If you've sinned, you cannot affect Hashem. Im tzadakta ma titen lo o ma midatcha yikach. If you are righteous, what can you give him? Or what can you receive? Can he receive? What can he receive from your hand?
Right.
So it doesn't matter whether you're sinning or righteous. You can't have any interaction with Hashem. It sounds like.
Well, not saying you can't have interaction, but Hashem is totally not affected in who he is, in his essence. It doesn't affect him. The actions of a person. You're not giving him anything that he doesn't have because he's already perfect if you do a mitzvah, and you're not making him any less or incomplete if you do an avera, because his perfection is beyond being being influenced by anything that we do.
Right.
This doesn't mean to say that we can't have a connection with him, but that's the connection part is not to this essential to Hashem's essence. That's and so in this sense, that's what he means when he's saying that there's really no makom for Torah mitzvahs. Klal. Based upon what we see from this pasuk, if we say that it's in that sense, it does, because it doesn't really affect Hashem. When you do a mitzvah for a person, you do a mitzvah bein adam l'chaveru, you give him something, you cheer him up, you help him. There's a whole influence that you're doing with that person. He feels better. He feels empowered. He feels happy. And if you do something against him, so then the opposite. There's an effect. But with Hashem, there's no such thing. But does that mean we can't? We don't have any connection with Hashem? We'll see.
I've got a note written here that the mitzvahs were created in order to cleanse and purify creation with the creation with us in order to fit in
the creations.
I've got all right, creation.
The brios.
Right.
The tzarefus of brios.
In order to fit in with Hashem's pure state.
Okay, so that is yeah, I don't know if that's what the note says down here, or he's just saying that on his own, but he's saying that the mitzvahs are not to affect Hashem, to have an influence on Hashem. The mitzvahs are to have an influence and effect on ourselves. That's what the note is saying.
Right.
Okay.
We'll clean up our
maybe
he's going to say that right now. What you're reading now.
Yeah, it says v'chein kesif im chachmasa lach. If you become wise for yourself.
It's yours. It's your chach.
Right.
Right. Okay.
I think we're out of time.
Okay.
Good Shabbos, Rabbi. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good Shabbos, everybody. Good Shabbos, Lou. Good Shabbos, Alan. And bracha v'atzlacha on Motzi Shabbos. Bezrat Hashem, it should be with bracha.
Alan has
Thank
a
you.
surgery on Sunday.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You should be well, and the doctor should have good guidance from Hashem. Well, he'll give
Have
you
the
good
name.
guidance.
Bezrat Hashem. We'll be davening for Elio Shlomo ben Fagel Peril.
Thank you.
Bezrat Hashem.
Before Shalema, Alan, should all go
Thank
well.
you.
And then I guess you'll be in the hospital for a few days, at least.
Yeah. She should be coming home Tuesday night.
Right.
Mhm. Okay. Try and behave yourself in hospital.
Yeah, keep away from those nurses.
Yeah, we want to hear good reports from you. All right?
Okay, thank you for this. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.